Yeah, you know those days when you need a quick take me home recipe? Well, this is one of them. Baked apples with cinnamon granola and yes, cheddar cheese. Well, come on. Before you say no, check it out. Everything you've got, you probably have at the house for this. If not, they're easy to get. But it does have a lot of butter. You can substitute it with coconut oil if you're dairy free. But you're going to put a couple of those pieces of butter in your pan that you're going to cook the apples in. Take the rest and you're going to melt it. Now this is something we grew up with all the time. So while those are melting, you gotta cut the ends off the apple. You're gonna cut the tops off if they're a little crooked and you're gonna core them. Don't throw all of that away. You're gonna dice it all up and throw it in the stuffing that goes back in the apples. See? The only thing you're throwing away is any of the coarse core. Once you've got them stable and hollow, you're gonna put them in a bowl. Now get your lemon out. You're gonna squeeze lemon over all of the apples because you don't want them to go brown before they're cooked. All right, once you've got them all ready, put some more lemon in the pan. Now you're gonna add cinnamon, pumpkin pie mix, spice, salt, and then really whatever flavorings that you particularly like. Clove, nutmeg, whatever, but vanilla is definitely important. Here I'm using my own homemade one. Mix this up really well. Now, I use granola. You can use a gluten-free granola or a regular granola. It doesn't really matter. They both work. I like it. It saves me time. This means I don't have to make a whole crumble. Just make sure that the granola is in spoon-sized pieces. Mix it up really well. It's eventually going to get just a little bit damp. Add your butter though, and it's going to go into like so good. You'll just want to taste it now. You're going to add some brown sugar. You can also use sugar substitute here. Totally works either way. Mix it up well and stuff those suckers. Now, this is not a time to be skimpy. Overstuff them. Don't worry about it. Nobody's looking. Get it packed in really well. Anything that's left over, you're going to just put right around and into the pan. That's why you got the extra butter in there. Once you get that all done, you're going to throw it in the stove. I add a little bit of extra butter just for overkill because I really like it. Put it back in the oven. It's about 350 degrees. Maybe, depending on your oven, about 40 minutes, depending on the size of the apples. But when it's bubbling and you can just pierce those apples, they're done. Now spoon some of that super sweet, buttery goodness on top. Add some cheddar cheese. Now don't scarf because that's the way we had it growing up. And you're good to go. Recipe's over on the website.